Digital Talking Book Review.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another audiobook review. First of all, I wish all of you had a wonderful Christmas and also happy Boxing Day to all those who are observing Boxing Day as well, as some people that I've seen actually do observe that. Right, so this is Tanvir Syed again, and today's book will be The Mysterious Affair at Olivetti by Meryl Seacrest, I believe, published in November 2019. At least that's what I could discern from Amazon on the Amazon page. And there was a bit more to the title, I believe something along the lines of IBM, the CIA, and the plot to perhaps sabotage or halt the world's first desktop computer. Okay, um, this book, personally, I feel the title is very misleading because this book is more of a biography of the Olivetti family. Adriano Olivetti, Camillo Olivetti, and some of the other people associated with them. Although they're tales about how the different political times and the political systems, especially in the early 20th century, especially during the time of Mussolini, was actually surrounding them and how they had to maneuver basically running a typewriting company and a very successful typewriting company at that during such tumultuous times was interesting. There was a lot of, I would say, unnecessary filler because when you have the title of IBM, the CIA, and the plot to stop the world's first desktop computer or something along those lines, you immediately are looking for the juicy bits. What did the IBM do? What did the CIA do? How were they involved in stopping Olivetti from developing the world's first desktop computer? But that part is mostly towards the end. The rest of the book is, good Lord, up till that point, it's all about how Adriano Olivetti and Camilla Olivetti and all the people associated with them were as people and how they lived their lives and how they saw other people and what they meant to their town. And I'm like, did I read the wrong book? The part that is relevant to the actual title is actually quite good because especially during the Cold War era, and this is one of the reasons I love to listen to stories about the Cold War because there was so much going on in terms of espionage, in terms of sabotage, and you name it, in terms of dynamic politics and whatnot. I mean, just look at some of the smaller nations. A lot of them actually got their independence during the Cold War, and it was mostly directly or indirectly a result of either World War II or the Cold War. So, that time period, I love learning about that time period as much as possible. But unfortunately, this book does not deliver that much in this regard. And most of it goes into personality studies about the Olivetti family, which I found to be at times very superfluous to what I'm trying to get to. And also, you had a little bit of tidbits here and there about how punch cards were used as data storage devices and whatnot, and how IBM was so influential, like starting from cash registers and whatnot. Yes, but for the rest of the book, it is a very laborious listen. And a lot of times I just had to stop listening because it's one of those things where you hear what you deem as irrelevant information, and immediately your tolerance level and patience for consuming that information goes down a lot, especially if you're young and if you are a bit more dynamic minded. You immediately come to this conclusion that there is a lot more you could be doing with your time that is better than consuming irrelevant information or uninteresting information. So, unfortunately, I will have to give this book a 4 out of 10 from a personal taste standpoint, because I just did not find most of this book to be interesting, and I found most of this book to be actually quite boring. But if you are interested in the story of the Olivetti company, and also like how they moved from typewriters and tried to get into computing and whatnot, it is somewhat of an interesting read. Just make sure you have time to read through all of the other parts about the character and personality about the Olivetti family, which for some reason I'm still confused. Why is that in this book? Anyways, that is all for this digital talking book review. Please do hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification buttons, as I am trying to grow this channel on whatever channel you might be listening to, either the Bengal Dragon channel or Blind Man Reviews channel. I am trying to grow both channels, and I'm trying to move towards Blind Man Reviews being a bit more dedicated towards reviewing media as a visually impaired person. Thank you so much for listening. This is Tanvir Syed signing out.